All right, this is another GMS lesson come back at you. Before I do get into this lesson, I want to start off by giving our honor, our glory, and our praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rechai HaKodash. Next up, double honor to my apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, who taught me the 100% truth of the Bible, and who rule well. Peace, love, salutations to all the brothers across the four corners of the earth, pursuing this truth in all diligence and sincerity, man. In all truth and sincerity. And I just want to jump right into, a lesson on the fear of the Lord, right? As I just quoted it, first precept, Joshua 24:14. Now, therefore, fear the Lord, And we know that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, the beginning of knowledge. Lord willing, we're going to get that. But to fear the Lord, and ultimately the fear of the Lord just coincides with what? With obedience, man. As it reads in, Deuteronomy chapter 28 verses 15 on down. We know that the curses fell upon our people because we stopped fearing the Lord because of our disobedience, right? So we know that if we fear the Lord, if we're obedient to the Most High and does what He commands us to do, right, we know that we'll be set on right, man. The Lord will be with us, man. It reads, now therefore fear the Lord and serve Him in sincerity and truth, right? And put away the gods which your fathers served on the other side of the flood and in Egypt, and served ye the Lord. And, and in these times, in America, aka Babylon the Great, right? America is an extension of the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire, right, was comprised of all the different philosophies and ideologies of the previous empires before it, right? So just like it was in ancient Rome, it's the same thing it is today, because this is spiritually the same place, man, right? And this place is also spiritually Sodom and Egypt. So it's not out of the realms of possibility that this place. That's why we know that the scriptures is true, man. You got to have that understanding. This place, America, is all these other nations comprised of one, all these other ideologies and false religions and beliefs, all compiled in one. Why do you think that the rest of the world calls America a melting pot? Because it has all these different nations and all these different ideas and people, and they all bring it to one place. That's why this is the epicenter of wickedness, man. Because for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, there's only one way, and it's the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, the true and only living power, man. Yep. So let's go to Deuteronomy, right? Chapter 10, verse 12. It reads, and now, Israel, what doeth the Lord thy power require of thee? What does the Lord thy power require of thee? Because the Lord is only dealing with you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the true biblical Hebrew Israelites. The Lord is not dealing with any other nation, right? Pursuant to Psalms 147, verses 19 and 20, and many other. Amos 3, verses 1 and 2, right? The Lord, Isaiah 45, if I'm not mistaken, verses 17, how the Lord feels about these heathens, man, right? So we can go on and on how the Lord is only dealing with the nation of Israel, man, and not these other nations. So it reads, and now Israel, what doeth the Lord thy power require of thee, but to fear thy power, right? That's the first thing, right off the rip. On a list of requirements, on a list of rules, right, of what the Lord mandates, right? What He requires of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the first thing was to fear Him, man, right? To walk in all His ways and to love Him, right? So let's go ahead and get love, because there's, our people think they know what love is according to the Bible, but they don't, man. This is 1 John chapter 5, verse 3. Yep. Let me see. Let me start at 2. Yep. This is 1 John chapter 5, verse 2. By this we know that we love the children of the Most High. We love the Most High and keep His commandments. Oh, well, no. The point is at 3. I was thinking about something else like it. This is 1 John chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of the Most High. So we just read that the Lord requires us to fear Him, right? And to walk in all His ways, right? To fear Him, to walk in all His ways, and to love him, right? So this is the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. So if you claim that you love Yahweh Shemi Awashai, man, what you're keeping his commandments. You are doing what it is that you that he has commanded you to do, man. It's simple and plain than that. That is the love of the Most High. And his commandments are not grievous. It shouldn't grieve you to put down the shrimp, pork, crab, lobster, right? Put away to do the dietary laws, right? It shouldn't grieve you to stop sleeping with another man's woman, right? And as a woman, stepping out on your husband, committing adultery. It shouldn't grieve you to put down the blunts, black and mild, cigarettes, right? Defiling your temple physically, right? And getting tattoos all over your body, defiling your temple physically, and then defiling your temple spiritually by accepting these false religions, ideologies, right? Such as Christianity, Buddhism, Catholicism, right? Egyptology, Scientology, all these different things, right? And then worshiping these pagan holidays, celebrating these pagan holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, right? St. Patrick's Day, Independence Day, Valentine's Day, New Year's Eve, Easter, right? And all these other things here in this place, man. You know, it shouldn't grieve you to put away those things. You should be rejoicing if the Lord even allows you to come into a little bit of this understanding, let alone praying every single day that you be a part of the elect. You know? So then let's go back, because I just wanted to get what love is, right? Love and fear go hand in hand. Why? Because they coincide with obedience, man. That's what this thing is all about. That's why we're in the position we're in today, because we forsook Yahweh Shemi Awashai, man. So it reads on, and now Israel, what doeth the Lord thy power require of thee, but to fear the Lord thy power, to walk in all his ways, right? Walking all his ways, meaning what? Keeping the law, statutes, commandments to the best of our abilities, right? And to love him, right? Follow, to do his commandments, and to serve the Lord thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul, right? And the word heart goes back to the Hebrew word lab, which means your mind. So with every fiber of your being, man, with every decision that you make, that's what the scriptures, Proverbs 3:6, it says, acknowledge him in all thy ways, and he shall direct thy path. So everything that you got going on in your life, every decision that you're making, right? First and foremost, serving the Lord, right? Starting off with the hopeful elect of the 144,000 men who go out there and give up their bodies as a living sacrifice, right? In serving the Lord, and the men, women, and children who sincerely believe in serving the Lord by keeping the commandments to the best of their abilities, hearkening to the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that comes by way of the prophets that the Lord set up, right? And helping the ministry any way they can, man, and to do it with all their mind and with all their soul, man, and to trust in the Lord with everything, man. Right? So let's go to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, and then we'll go down to 13. It reads, "Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High." So this is the end. See, in the first precept, in that Deuteronomy 10, that was the first thing. That was the first requirement. And in this Ecclesiastes, the conclusion, right? The end all be all. So everything starts and ends with the fear of the Lord, man. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. What man? The so-called Negro, Latino, Native American man, the Israelite man, right? And we also know that it includes the women and children of the nation, but everything starts with the man. If the man is in order, then what? The women and children, they're going to fall in line, man. You know? Verse 14, "For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil." So it doesn't matter. You know, you come out to the camp or you all on the comment boards, you know, and you say this and you say that. "Oh, I feel the Lord. I'm doing this. I'm doing it." These are actions, man. Right? It's not just saying it. You have to be actually doing these things. You have to be actually living these things. Speaking to myself first and foremost. Speaking about, the men who go out there and preach first and foremost, because, the prophets, the men of the Lord, are the example, right? So you can say whatever you want to say. You can, speak how you want to say. You can make rap videos talking about all this and all that. But at the end of the day, the Lord is going to judge every man, every woman, every child of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, whether their works be good or whether they be evil, man. So let's get that Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7. It reads, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge." Right? What knowledge? The wisdom, knowledge, understanding of these scriptures, man. The 1611 King James Bible. Right? The understanding of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of it, man. So what? What does that mean? That means no matter how much wisdom and knowledge, no matter who in this truth, the apostles, right? All the wisdom and knowledge that they got in this truth, it all comes from the fear of the Lord. It all comes from that day that they heard this truth and they decided to fear the Lord more than they decided to go into this world, man. Right? So everything starts with the fear of the Lord. It reads, "But fools despise wisdom and instruction." And that's all that these scriptures are. These scriptures are instructions on how to live our lives here on the earth, man. You Israelites. This word was given to us, right? These commandments, law, statutes, commandments, and wisdom, knowledge, understanding was given to us, right? So that we'll be an example in the eyes of the rest of the nations, man. So when they look at us, they'll be like, these are the wise nation of people, man. Roughly paraphrasing in Deuteronomy, man. They have to look at us and be like, man, these people got understanding. These people don't eat the roaches of the sea. They don't eat shrimp, pork, crab, lobster, right? Crabs, lobster, shrimp, right? They don't eat pork. Right? They don't sleep with each other's wives, man. They don't create false deities and false religions and worship them, because they got a true living power, man. These are wise and knowledgeable people, man. And that's how these other nations are supposed to look at us, right? Because we are following the instructions, right? Fools, a fool is a blockhead, a meatball, a dunce, a nincompoop, a jackass, an asshole. Fools despise wisdom and instruction, and the fools are 2/3 of our people who are indeed going off on those things, man, because they don't want to turn back. They don't want to be instructed. They don't want to live their life according to thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Bible. They want to live in a society that do as thy wilt spirit. They love that. That's why they decide to stay in it. Right? So let me jump and get the book of Job, chapter 28, verse 28. Right? And then Lord's willing, I'm going to finish the one out. This is Job chapter 28, verse 28. "And to man he said, Behold, the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom." Right? We just read that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Right? To obey the Lord, right? To do as the Lord commands you to do is wisdom. Right? "And to depart from evil is understanding." Right? So wisdom and understanding all comes from what? From turning away from this world, man. From turning away from wickedness, man. Because this world, pursuant to Job 9:24, was given into the hand of the wicked. So if you're following the ways of this world, you're living your life in wickedness and iniquity. Iniquity being adding sin upon sin, man. But if you're departing from evil, what? You're showing forth that you have the understanding that as a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, as a Hebrew Israelite, it is in your best interest to put your fear in the Lord, man. You know? So I'm just going to close out on that. Peace and love. Shalom to the elect.